Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Zach Cox, back again with another top 10 things removed from GTA. And today we're talking about GTA 3, the granddaddy of them all. This game will be turning 17 years old this year, and we are still able to talk about things that you guys may not have known. And if that's not insane, then I don't know what is. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let's smash 2,000 likes on this video if you guys want to see some more GTA beta content. The support on the last two videos have been amazing, and if you missed out, you can find those links in the description. As well as, I gotta give credit where credit is due. I did learn some things from the GTA series videos and some other YouTubers, so you can find their links down below in the description as well. Thank you to the GTA Wiki. But with that said, here we are with 10 things removed from Grand Theft Auto 3. So when GTA 3 released on mobile devices, it actually opened up a whole new world of content for us to check out within the game files. So sometimes we know game developers cut things from their game, or they just leave beta stuff out of the game that they never included, and they just leave them in the game files. Well, in the case of GTA 3 on the PC, we are able to check out a bunch of stuff, but some of this stuff was actually deleted from the game files on the PC. But with the release of GTA 3 on mobile devices, some of this stuff could actually still be accessed that you couldn't on PC. And one of these is from the 10th anniversary edition of GTA 5. We actually get some unused maps that can be found in the game files. They were dropped from the PC version, but they can be found on the iOS versions. And there's two maps. The first one is a complex sewer system. It features a wine cellar, there's a crypt with a tomb, kind of creepy, and even a bank vault. That's right, there's a hole in one of these walls in this sewer, and it leads into a bank vault. Looks like you'd go in here and pull off a heist, or somebody tried to at least, and it's very, very interesting because we never got to see this sewer system within the game. We never got this heist, and it's similar to a heist room in GTA 5, I'd say. So I thought that was very cool. And the next one is actually a big old tower, or just a skyscraper under construction. It's a big building in the construction yard. It's actually similar to the Mile High Club in GTA 5. That's that big building that's been under construction since 2013. But these are just two of the many maps that were found within the iOS versions of this game. There's another one, it was Chinatown, I believe. So very, very cool stuff right there. Now, with the finding of these maps in the game files, that leads us to our next cut content from GTA 3, and that is actually a multiplayer mode. So this was canceled during development, but the multiplayer menu can still be accessed from within the game files and enabled in the game. So you can actually have the menu where you choose what you want to play in the game pop up if you're on the PC. Unfortunately, though, it's obviously not accessible. You can't actually load up and play multiplayer, but these files are still within the game, and they're very cool. As you can see in the background, we've got the multiplayer menu with over 8 different game modes, which is really, really cool. And I guess you could say that this would have been the grandfather of GTA Online right here. But back to the two maps I talked about before and the many others that I didn't mention, the sewers in this big tower. These were most likely multiplayer maps that we would have been able to play on in this multiplayer game mode, whether it been team deathmatch, any kind of races, or just something like that. But of course, we know that this was cut from the game, and they never exist. So I would say that the sewer and the tower are probably multiplayer maps versus something that would have been in the storyline that never made it into the final version of the game. Moving on, let's talk about school buses and children, two things that go hand in hand, and it's something I've actually explained on the channel before, but it has been confirmed that there was in fact children and drivable school buses in the beta version of GTA 3. Now, most of this, if not all of it, was removed probably to avoid any sort of controversy. We've talked about it before. Politicians like to get involved in these games, and if you could kill children in GTA, it would be called a child-killing simulator, most likely. So, pre-release screenshots show drivable school buses driving around the map in the game, but no children have ever been physically seen in any sort of pre-release screenshots, videos, trailers, or found within the game files of GTA 3. So there's not any NPCs or anything left over, and that's probably something Rockstar did to kind of just cover their butts and make sure that nothing ever came of this. No sort of controversy whatsoever. But evidence of some of this still exists within the game, and these can be found around the map with crashed or just blown up school buses. In one part in particular, you can find them at or around 8 Ball's bomb shop, and just various other locations around the map. And also you can see them in other Grand Theft Autos as well, such as GTA Vice City, San Andreas, GTA 4 even. So there is leftover evidence of school buses. As far as children go, those cannot be found. Now, one of my favorite things to talk about in these kind of videos are the beta maps. So for pretty much every Grand Theft Auto, we can take a look at the beta maps, what was changed, what they look like before, and there are minor changes in some of them, and others there are drastic changes. And as for GTA 3, I'd say it kind of lands in the middle. So the 3 islands were originally named after Liberty City's districts. Portland was originally called the Industrial District. Staunton Island was the commercial area, and Shoresideville was the suburban area. So that's very interesting, as well as the dam was actually a lot smaller in the beta version of this game, or in the conceptual stages, versus what we have now, where it's a lot bigger, and just a pretty cool area to access, in my opinion. But one of the major changes is that the airport was actually meant to be north of Staunton Island, meaning there was added area in the north part of this middle map, and the airport was not in Shoresideville. So it's interesting how that changed and why it was changed up. Nonetheless, it would have been cool to have it in the northern part of the map, and then maybe in Shoresideville have some added area where the airport is now. There was also an assortment of weapons that never made it into the game, ranging from the nightstick, which can be seen in one of the very first promotional screenshots or trailers from GTA 3. We see a police officer wielding a nightstick here. That's always a legendary, cool weapon to use within the series, one of my favorites. Landmines were originally planned to be in the game as well. Gotta love some landmines. The original sticky bombs, I guess you could say. The rocket launcher scope actually looked like a sniper rifle. I'm very glad that one was changed. That's just weird to have a sniper rifle scope on a rocket launcher. Talk about quick scoping. And the last one was actually the baseball bat. So we know this appears within GTA 3. It's a wooden baseball bat, but originally the bat was red and yellow, and it featured a red grip. So it's either a plastic toy baseball bat or it was a painted metal one. Now, this is a very, very minor thing cut from the game, but originally safe houses would gradually improve in their appearance as you progress through the storyline and you gain more money. And I love this. I love small details like this. Even though you can't enter your safe house and walk around in GTA 3, originally you probably could have, and it would be cool over time to start out from the bottom. You've got your safe house, it's all torn up, looks like a crack house. You've got a mattress and a static TV in there, and then as you progress through the storyline, this improves to the end where, say, you've got a very nice compound, a very nice modern safe house. You got a heart-shaped spinning bed with a tiger blanket on it. Dude, those things would be so cool. Now let's talk about Claude's appearance. So I would say Claude, more than any other character, has publicly been changed a lot. And I say publicly because I'm sure every other character went through many different designs and stages like this, but nothing has ever been found aside from Claude. And there are a ton of different designs. There's literally 12 of them. And it's obviously confirmed that Claude was never supposed to have a voice. If you've ever heard that he's got one, it's fake. It was a fake video, whatever. Rockstar has confirmed this. But we've seen poorly detailed Claudes to more detailed, chubbier versions that feature different hair, different clothes, different face. You name it, it's been done. And it's so interesting to see how the character has evolved just throughout the conceptual stages and the beta stages of this game. And even on the PC version, I'm not sure 100% if this is a beta version of Claude that has been included, but we can actually change up his character model a bit, and it features a different outfit, a brown leather jacket, and he's even got a mustache, so he looks a lot different. But as far as Claude goes, I would say the design we ended up with is probably my favorite. Now, we've also been able to get a look at a bunch of different vehicles that never made it into the game, and these were actually featured on an in-game car dealership called Capital Auto Sales. And on the top and bottom, we can just see a row of vehicles ranging from the Panto from GTA 2 and GTA 5, the Lutton. It was a box truck similar to a Ford Transit. It was replaced by the Mule in-game. There's the Beamer. There was actually a dune buggy that's very similar to the BF injection, I believe, that never made it into the final version of the game, and just many others. And it's just cool to see some of these vehicles that would have been cool to have in the game. And back then, obviously, Rockstar didn't have DLCs or any way to add this stuff in, but I'm sure nowadays we'd be paying a pretty penny just to get these extra vehicles in the game. Moving on to one of the more important changes in the game, there were police changes. And police officers originally featured mustaches. Their character models were a bit different. One of the major changes as far as police goes were the cars. And the cars were changed from a blue look that actually resembled the NYPD almost to a T to the black and white cop car that we have now. That way they didn't resemble the LCPD as much, or the NYPD as much, after 9/11. This is one of those subtle changes that was done after 9/11, probably just to take the heat off of the game, in the case that people referred to this as a terrorist simulator if you were blowing up NYPD cars because of what happened, and because GTA 3 released like 40 days after 9/11 happened. And last up, we've got probably the coolest changes to GTA 3 and the most important ones, and this has to do with the box art and the logos. So the original box art for GTA 3 can still be seen because it's actually the Europe box art. This is the art that was released on the European version of GTA 3. That's literally the only difference between that and the American version. And the European version resembles an old-style movie poster, features a blown-up bridge in the background, police firing guns into the air, and a bunch of helicopters, which, according to one of the Hauser brothers, higher-ups at Rockstar Games, they said that we thought that that's a bit heavy. Actually, it doesn't really gel. Just meaning that it didn't go with the flow of kind of what they wanted. So, as a result, the window pane montage that we have now and that you see on pretty much every GTA cover was created and designed. And fun fact, it was actually created overnight. So that's very, very cool right there. As well as there are many different logo variations for GTA 3. The original concepts were similar to GTA 1 and 2. And they were put into place until the price down font logo was created. That's still used today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed these 10 things removed from GTA 3. If you guys would like to see me continue the series, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Let's break 2,000 likes on it. I know we can do it. Subscribe and turn on notifications to never miss out. And be sure to let me know down below, what GTA game would you like to see me cover cut beta content in next? So with that said out the way, I believe that's just about it, you guys. I'll take it easy. Have a safe one. My name is Zach Cox, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.